Hello everyone, welcome to another informative episode on White David Construction and Farm. We have one more week left in August, and after that the temperature is going to be going down drastically here in Saskatchewan. And so I have decided to start relocating my worms from outside to indoor bins. And so I'm just gonna get an early start with this particular bin, because the compost bin that I added worms to a few months ago, after going through it yesterday, I realized that I am able to harvest some of the castings. The original plan was just to move the entire material into trays into the garage, but because I see that I can harvest some of the castings, and that will actually reduce the space needed to keep these worms indoors. So I'm going to be harvesting this now so that I will have more time as the weather declines to sift through the compost bin and take out the worms as well. So I brought a few trays and my gloves. So I'm just going to remove the content. I'm not going to be sifting through anything that is in this bin because it is nowhere near ready to be harvested castings wise. So I'm just going to move the content to trays and get them in the garage. Looking at this material, I can see that it is a combination of castings and finished compost. When you feed your worms just finished compost, it tends to compact more than other materials. Here's a piece of plastic. And so if you're feeding your worms finished compost, you can either use bedding, you can choose not to use bedding, but if you're doing that, then I would recommend that you at least aerate your bin once per month to get rid of the compaction. I got even hardware cloth in here. Most of the worms on this side have migrated to the other side where I have leaves. There are still quite a few worms on this side though. So it would seem as if the worms, I don't know if it is that they prefer the finished the leaves over the finished compost, or if it is that they recognize they have a lot of space so they decide to spread out in the bin. It can be one or both of those reasons. I'm just taking out the sticks and the material that I know the worms won't be able to eat and put them over into my compost bin. The only thing I don't like about doing that is that sometimes these material has worms inside of them, and then they might freeze when I put them in the compost bin, because the compost bin is not going indoors, and that is the compost bin without worms. Okay, so I think I have enough material in this bin. I don't want to make the bins too heavy, and when it is finished compost, then the finished compost can be heavy. I'm seeing a lot of babies in here. It is very good. Okay, I think that is it for this bin. I'm going to be wetting this down and putting it on the shelf in the garage. Then I'll come back and do the other trays. See, I think I might need about 4 or 5 trays to empty this bin. And then I'm going to use the bottom section because what's left underneath here is the paper that the material is resting on. So I'm just going to use all of that paper with whatever little content I cannot get off in one of the trays, and that will actually be a worm bin all to itself. Alright, so that is the plan for today. You see what it is that I am doing. So here is my bin. I'm not sure how many worms are in here because they're all scattered, but I know there are lots and lots of hatchlings because I can see them as I put the content in here. I don't know why it is that these materials tend to have so many stones in them. Anyway, I just take them out as I see them. Okay, so that is it for now, guys. If you enjoyed my video, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to... Sorry, a heavy duty truck is passing by. Don't forget to turn on your notification for more update on my worm bin. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have yourself a wonderful day.